Hi guys, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. You're welcome to Victory Fashion with Victoria. How are you all doing? Before I start with this video, I say we can give them a small dance. Oh yeah, give them. So these are the materials needed for this dress: your fabric, your scissors, chalk, measurement book. And if you are seeing this measurement book, if you always watch my video, you know you will be familiar with this my book. yeah. So let's just go right to the video. Then the first thing that we're going to do is cut the down part. If you usually used to follow my video, you know I cut my back first when it comes to pencil skirt and all of that. So right now we are cutting the pencil skirt of the down part. At this, we minus the half length of the dress from the down part, so we measure the length we needed, and I chalked it out. As you can see, my table here is small, so I have to be doing it small. Sometimes I'll be frustrated at God. But for you guys, I have to do this. So the first thing I'm going to do is fold the fabric into two, just the way you see it, and measure the length I need. Then measure the zip measurement. 2 inches. You can use 1.5 inches, depends on how you want your fabric. So it depends on your fabric. They said cut your clothes according to your clothes. Cut your whatever. So sorry guys. So at this point I was doing the zip measurement. I used 2 inches actually. I used 2 inches to the down part. And let me just use this opportunity to welcome my newcomer. You're welcome to the family. Returning subscriber. You guys know I love you guys so much. I love you. You're welcome back. Thank you. Have you subscribed? Oh yeah, go and subscribe. So the next thing is I'm measuring from my waist to our hip measurement. Some is usually 8, 9, 10. Depends. So for my waist to our new measurement too, then I'll draw a straight line to this measurement. I'll draw a straight line. Then after that, we are going to be doing the waist measurement. Sorry about the noise. Your waist divided by 4, add 1 inches to it for the dart and 2 inches for the allowance. I didn't know that, did not show. So the next thing is measure the hip measurement divided by 4 and add 2 inches allowance to it. So then you draw a line to the waist measurement. Usually I used to go down by 2 inches. I don't know why, but that's just how I do my thing. So to get your knee measurement, whatever you get on your waist, you can remove 2 inches or 1.5 inches. Depends on how your client wants it to be tight in the nail. Like, some people just want it to have nice shape, and some people want it more loose a bit. So you can remove 2 inches or 3 inches. So the measurement you get from there, you measure it in your lane or your nail measurement and measure it down to your length measurement. Then we are done with the back line. So for this back line, we are going to be from the 2 inches waist. Look at what I'm doing here. I went in by 1/2 inch just for the zip to sit well in the back. This is very compulsory that you must do for your zip. So that is how I cut. We are going to be using this to cut out the front measurement, as you know. So we're going to be using this together. So I notched the zipper part, then I notched the zipper part of the back. Yes, I know, of the down part. Then for where the lining is going to reach for me to turn the dress inside is 2 inches I use for the lining is going to reach. So I notch it down, so when I'm cutting the lining, I will know when to stop and when not to get to. But sometimes I usually let my lining long, because especially if you're using small table, it's better you can use grand when you're cutting your lining, so you're not short of this thing. So at this point I was cutting the front. When you're cutting your front, remember to remove the zipper allowance out and cut it out. The same thing, there's nothing different about this. So everything will be the same thing. The only difference is that you remove the zipper allowance for the front, and Then at this point I was shaping it up, like let it be the same measurement of the front. So this is it. Then I quickly do the 2 inches of the front too. They make sure you do it so you know where to stop. So I did the 2 inches. I cut the and I cut the inches I needed. So that was what I was doing here. So after that, you take your back dress, your back measurement out. Then you go to the front. You go down by 1 inches. Depends on how the person has stomach. You can go down by 1 inch. You can go down by 1.5 inch, 2 inches. Depends on whatever. But mostly 1.5, 1 inches. Then you cuff it to the waistline and cut it out. It's just for your dress. All this remove is just for your dress to look nice. It's just for your dress to look great in your body. Like, it should not be puffy and all of that. You get what I'm trying to say? That is why you usually used to remove all this. So let me tell you guys, this dress, you can actually use corset for this dress, but for my client, she wants princess that. And how I call this princess that is so different. You see how standard this dress look when we are done. For before how I call this dress, it may be after this video or before the video. I'm not sure when to upload it yet because I'm not edited. So at this point I was cutting it out, but trust me, the video will be on my YouTube channel, so make sure you subscribe. Whenever I upload, you see it. And as you can see, the cutting is a bit different from normal. It has and all of that. So make sure you subscribe and turn off notification button whenever so you'll be notified whenever I upload new video. And if you have not subscribed and you have been watching my video, which I do, you be sure go and subscribe. So at this point I was using the pattern paper to cut out all the measurements. So this, I was done cutting it. So at this point I want to cut the sleeve out. So I'm going to cut one sleeve, then I'll use the other to cut the second one. At this point, and I was doing this video, I can't really remember the length I used for the sleeve. I think it was around 12-13. And as you know, this dress is an off-shoulder dress. Yeah, it's an off-shoulder dress. So I just draw a straight line like this, like just the way you are seeing it right now. So it's just a straight line, then I cut it out. So I'm going to be using this to cut out the second part of the sleeve. So that is how we do it. So after that, I've cut the second part, then I cut a little bit on it. So I'm going to, so this is the down part. As you know, the sleeve has down part. You measure the length and you divide it by 2. That's what I'm doing. Then I measured it. For me it was 10, and for the down part it was 17. It was 7 inches. So 10 and 7 inches, that is what I got. I added 2 inches to it for the sewing. So we are going for the sewing right now. So we are going to sew this together. Like, I couldn't do video because this NEPA was racing me often. Like, so the thing we are going to do here is sewing the both sides together, sewing it differently, lining differently, and fabric differently. But I've already ironed the wording to it. Then this is the back. I'm going to be doing the same thing, sewing the back, the fabric different, and the lining different. Yeah, that's how I'm going to do it. So at this point I was done, and I've ironed it. For this dress you need iron. As you can see the way I open it, you see the punty. I was feeling myself, but hey, look at how punty it looked. Look at how neat. This is the lining of the front. Like, I love the way the dress. So if you want to know how to cut this breast part, this princess, that's this new one, make sure you comment down below. I'm going to be uploading it very soon, so make sure you comment and let me know. I want to know if you like to learn. Yeah. So this is the back and the lining of the back. So right now I'm going to be cutting the off shoulder out. You can learn, if you want me to do video on how to do a princess dart without all this upper part, you just cut it as a off shoulder. You let me know, I'll do video on it. But this, I cut it together because I want to use the pattern paper later for her because she's my regular customer. So that is it. So right now I'm going to be, that's why I use this method. But normally if I wanted to do off shoulder, I would just, the pattern paper is already here, so I just say let me decide to use it. And yeah, that was it. Look at how pointy it is. I was feeling myself that hey. So at this point I'm going to be cutting out the off shoulder out. So for this, there's going to be, as you can see in the front of that dress, there's a, what is it called, sweetheart neckline here. The sweetheart neckline. That's why I said you can use corset for yours if you want to, but my client says she don't want corset. There are some people that don't even like corset at all. Yeah, that's her. She don't like corset. She only like princess dart, normal bustier. You get that kind of client. So she said no corset. So that's why I used princess dart, and it come out really nice. She has not sent me a video because she don't even get. So let's just not talk about that. So let's cut out the princess that's right here. So please, if you have any question, make sure you comment down below. If you have any video you want me to do, you can comment down below, or chat me on my YouTube. My Instagram YouTube channel is Victor Fashion Hub YouTube, and I have a business page, Victor Fashion Hub, so you can check me out there. Look at it. This pieces that I just learned, they give me joy. It was so standing. I was like, why did I get this before? So at this point, this is the back. I don't want the back to be too low, so I just cut out just small. I didn't measure it. Okay, I think I later measure it for you guys, but for me, I think this is actually 5 inches or 6 inches or something. Yeah, so then mostly I don't usually use to measure some things. I just use chalk to do it and cut it out. So this is it. This is how the back is going to use. So I'm going to be using this to cut out the lining, and then I'll cut it out and we go right to the sewing. At this point, I want to tell you guys, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. And I want to welcome you guys, new subscriber. You're welcome to the family. You are welcome in the name of the Lord. So you're welcome. I love you guys so much, and God bless you. So thank you so much. At this point, I hope you're understanding what I'm doing. I just want to welcome you guys. A returning subscriber, I love you guys so much. Thank you for joining, and I love you guys. So let's continue the sewing. At this point, we are going to go and sew the sweetheart neckline, and we sew it like this, just the way I'm doing, and then notch it and sew the side with it. I'm going to do the same thing to the back too. Yeah, we're going to sew the neckline and the side. So that's what we are going to do for this. So we sew it, we notch it, we top stitch it, and sew it in the side. And after sewing this, we are going to give it a good press, because this dress need pressing. Nowadays fashion designer even need ironing. You have to be ironing. You're so small, you iron. That will make your work come out very neat and clean and make it really nice. So at this point, we are done. We are going to the down part of the dress. Yeah, so I've ironed that and I've kept it. So at this point, we are going to the down part of the dress, and I was losing it up. So this is the front, and I'm looking at the right side and the left side, because we are going to be facing right side facing each other when it comes to just joining this. So the first thing that we're going to do is join the down part of the dress, because we are going to be using lining to drag the dress inside. We are not folding. Yeah, if you are not using lining, you can be folding. You sew the down part and drag the fabric inside and sew the side. Then that is, I hope you understand. I hope You understand? So we're going to be doing the same thing to the back because we are sewing the same thing. So at this point, I was feeling this best part. I was feeling this princess that, look at how standy it is. I didn't put anything inside though. That's what I'm showing you guys. It was so good. I was feeling it like, hey, this thing is giving me joy. I was feeling myself. That's why I was reading it up. Really. So as you can see, this is what I'm trying to say. As you can see, my lining was too long. No wala. It's better to be long than short. So at this point you can see, then I trim the inside, and the down, then I turn it and give it a good press because pressing is very important. Then I give it a good press, and at this point I don't know if I should put like that in the front or not, but later put like that in the front. It's not compulsory. Yeah, it's not compulsory. You can actually do your front like that, but I just feel like let me put it. That's why I put it. So the next thing that I'm going to do is put the darts in the back and the front, and then sew the back together. Now place it together like this, then measure where your zip is going to reach and measure where your slit is going to reach. Yeah, measure where your slit is going to reach and measure where your zip is going to reach. Wherever you reach, that's where you are going to start the sewing and end the sewing wherever you want the slit to get to. So then you sew it down. So for this is it. At this point I was done with the dart and everything. Then I was giving it a good press. Like I told you guys, this is the slit. I was giving it a good press. So after that, I take the front part and the front upper part and sew it. Then I will do the same thing to the back. You can use this method and you can use another method too. Another method is sewing the upper part. You take the measurement, then take the measurement of the down part, then join it together. But I use this method because I don't know, I just use it. I don't normally used to use this method, but today I just use it because I don't know. So then I give it the sewing, and this is the back. Actually we sew the back. Then after this I'm going to sew it and weave the inside and do the zip. Yes, because I needed a neat job. So at this point I was done with the zip part. As you can see, yeah, as you can see, it's neat and beautiful. Yeah. What's wrong with me? So at this point now, this is the front. The breast part is still breast padding. The pieces that is the pieces. God. I was just feeling these pieces that too. How they start. So as you can see, I've weaved the inside. It was giving neat job. Very important. That one important thing. I cannot sew cloth for you, and it's not gonna be given. It has to be neat. Because if you do it like this, it's neat. If you do it the other way around, I explained that time, it's okay. Just do whatever works for you. The both works for me. Anyone I do is okay. Then I'm going to do the measurement and sew the side. That is what we are almost done. So I was done here. I was giving a good press, like it was really nice. At this point, let's go to the sleeve. Yeah, the sleeve is the next one that we're gonna go to right now. So guys, if you have any question, you can comment down below. I don't know if I'm going to be uploading any picture recently. Then you pick maybe A or B that you want me to do tutorial on. But if I didn't, you can comment down below and let me know whatever you want me to do. So this is the down part of the sleeve, and this is the sleeve. So at this point, we are going to be using elastic. You can use the big elastic, but for this I'm going to be using the small elastic. Yeah, the smaller part of the elastic, as in the half-inch one. Is it half-inch? I don't know even if it's up to half-inch, or the smaller part of the elastic. Yeah, you can use the bigger one and you can use the smaller one, any one you want to use. Then you are going to sew it like this. Yeah, sew it straight down to the end. So at this point I want to take the measurement that I'm going to be using for the sleeve. This is the body part. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. So I measured 4 inches, yeah, for 4 inches on the side. Then I'm going to be, I make sure that it is 4 inches, yeah, because I don't want it to be too like big and all of that. So I measured the other parts. When I see that it was not the same as the other, so I just had to bring the other side, then place it on the other side. So at this point I was done drawing. Then I'm done with the elastic. Yeah, I'm done with the elastic. The next thing that we're going to do when you're done with the elastic is notch the down part, notch it, and fold it into 4 again and notch the other side. This is for us to know where the gathers is going to reach in the down part. So this is the down part. You are going to sew the down like this. What I'm actually doing right now, you sew it down. After that you notch the down part too. Yes, you notch it just the way you notch the other side. So that is how we are going to know where we are going to stop the guard and the, what do you call this thing, the pleating. Yeah, the pleating. So I'm going to be pleating on top of this. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Whatever I do to this one, I'll do to the second one. So I'm going to pleat it, pleat to the notch side. I'll notch it. That is how this is gonna. So I'm going to do the same to this. Then I'll now drag the elastic when I'm done, and that is how it's gonna give us the puff that you wanted. Yeah, if this is too small, the sleeve I used, you can use yours more longer, anyhow you want. So when I was done doing the gathers and I weaved the inside, this is the puff. Yeah, this is the puff. So I'm going to sew this side and weave it. I'll sew the side with the measurement I have. I'll sew the side, I'll sew the second side too. Then I'll now sew it and weave it. Then I'll now sew it to the fabric. Yeah, I'll now sew it with the fabric. At this point I could not put the dress on mannequin because I was busy. Thank you so much. Give us a thumbs up. So at this point I was done, and look at it, it was giving. I could not. Thank you so much for watching. Love you guys. See you on my next video. Bye.